Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I have a very interesting box coming in through the Apex Pass around, I believe. So let's take a look. I'm not exactly sure what this is, and let's figure out how to get into it. First of all, I think maybe here. Alright, so maybe here. Alright, this is a adult proof. All right, so maybe right here. Maybe that's it. Is that it? Am I getting it? I don't think so. I can't tell where the box opens. All right, enough. We're gonna have to just. Gonna have to rip this open. Ruin the box. Oh no! I finally got in there. I guess that was the right spot. Oh, no, I guess that was it. All right, there we go. That's it. All right, so looks like a Kansept knife. All right, so let's take a look. I've reviewed more Kansept knives lately, and they've been kind of interesting. So some have been good, some have been interesting. I'll just leave it at that. This is the Egress. It looks like it is a Nitch Designs, black stonewash, CPM S35VN, brown micarta, 3.47 inches. So it might not be a real small knife. Nice box here. What do we got here? Typical little silicate packet, and you've got your little cloth and some paperwork. So there you go. That's typical. We'll just leave that in there. Put that off to the side. And then a typical little pouch that they have here. All right. So I'm not a micarta fan. I'm hoping there's different variations, but there you go. Okay, that's very different. All right, S35VN, I believe they said. Looks like it could potentially be a front flipper. It looks like it has a thumb fuller hole. The micarta is very unique. I actually don't hate the way that feels. That's kind of weird. All right, well that's a surprise. All right, it's got a little lanyard pin back there, so you can definitely create a lanyard hole. We'll have to check these holes. They all look like T6s, which is kind of a bummer. Wish people would just get bigger hardware. Titanium clip does have some flexibility. That's nice. Looks like it's not a captive pivot, so you're going to need 2 screwdrivers for sure on that one. Wish they would consider that. Looks pretty dead centered, so that's pretty nice. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a flip. Okay. This kind of has a little bit of a, I don't know, the Yojimbo look to me. Kind of like a Yojimbo / modified Tonto, Warncliffe / pseudo, but not really, sheep's foot, whatever thing going on here. I don't know. All right. So let's see here. I've got medium to medium large hands. So large hands this way, medium length fingers. So plenty of room here. Extra large to double extra large, could definitely use it. You could choke up. Yeah, you can definitely choke up here. It gives you a whole bunch of extra room. And there's even some jimping up there, so you can use that. And then, yeah, if you're doing a precision cut, so you've got a little jimping up there, so you can, push that cut through. So very utilitarian knife. Looks pretty robust up here, pretty thick. Comes down, flat grind, pretty thin. It's not a super slicer because it's pretty thick. Definitely interesting. It is S35VN blade steel. That is cool. It is a liner lock. We're engaged at around 20–25%. That's cool. Definitely good access to the liner lock. Everything's rounded, really nice. It's really, I like the way this feels. That's just weird. Yeah, I don't normally like micarta, but I don't know. This feels cool. It's kind of weird. It's like kind of hitting the buttons for, I don't know, sensory overload or whatever. It feels, I don't know, makes me want to just rub it. It feels really cool. That's crazy. All right. So definitely a nice cutout, easy access, chamfered on the lock bar. Should be easy. Let's see how that goes. Okay. All right. So it's hitting right there. Let me see if I drop it. Am I going to catch? So let's see if I drop it a little lower. Okay, I can catch. All right, so my only thing is, can I drop it consistently and make sure it's not going to guillotine on my thumb? All right, it seems to work. Now let's try this front flipper. That does work. All right. So it's a little tight. Oh, now with that small grip back here, it's easy to let your finger be right here. And then with that huge blade coming down, it can really guillotine you. All right, so let's try. Let's see, can we do the... Yeah, we can. We can do the back of the finger here. It's a little tight for a top flipper. I would tune this a little bit lighter, if I'm going to make the front flipper, top flipper be my primary. It is pretty strong. Now, some people love strong detents. If I'm going to do a front flipper, I want to be able to do that. I don't want to have to find that magic sweet spot, just that one perfect spot where it works perfectly every time. Or if you don't, it's going to like rip the skin off you. And up here, you've got to find that magical, perfect sweet spot for it to work. Like that wasn't it, and that would totally strip all the skin off my knuckle. I don't like that. If I'm going to do a top flipper, I like to tune it just a little bit lighter so I can do that. Left-handed, yeah, it works well because it is a liner lock, obviously. You know, that's but it is right hand tip up only, which, okay, it's not recessed, right? This is not recessed. It is just, it's not recessed. And let's look at that. Okay, the screw's right there. All you had to do is drill a hole. You could have made this left. Now, granted, this is a very specific shape for right-hand tip-up only. You might have to have a different clip. But you could have standardized that a little bit, I think. All right, so, yeah, that's interesting. It takes a little while to clear there, so, you know, there is that. Now, let's see. Can I do the middle finger reverse flick since I've got enough blade exposing? Yep, absolutely can. Got a bonus flick. Can I do it left-handed? Absolutely. Very nicely, actually. That middle finger reverse flick, let's see here, do it again. Works really nicely, yeah. All right. It is a very thin kind of a grip. So, you know, sometimes to get in there, you have a little leverage, right? So the detent I would definitely want to loosen just a little bit so I could, you know, use that front flipper just a little more conveniently. It does have a nice strong detent for the middle finger reverse flick, for the thumb hole, whatever, thumb hole, fuller hole, you know, flicking. That works nicely. And because it's so big, can I do it? Yeah, you can roll it out. But you can see, I have to break that detent, and it almost makes me want to jump past there every time. It's so strong. So if you want to slow roll, you got to be careful. You're still going to want to slide. But yeah, that texture is really crazy. All right, that's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that. So I don't really know what the price is on this one. We'll have to, I'll put a link probably down below in the description. We'll figure it out later. But I would imagine S35VN, Micarta, steel clip. Looks like probably steel liners, I'm going to guess. Yeah, steel liners, definitely attracting. So, and definitely steel bar insert for sure. That should be a titanium. Yeah, titanium clip, so that's nice. I like titanium clips because they have flexibility. The metal flexes a little bit better. Is this titanium? No, that's steel. Steel backspacer. All right, so some weight relief could have been had there, right? The action's okay, and most of this action that you're seeing right here is from the weight. I wonder if it has the multi-row typical bearings that Kansept uses, because I had a Lieb M that I ended up giving away as a gift or something, and that had the multi-row, and that worked pretty nicely. Very similar to the multi-row that's in some of the other knives. I've actually used the same multi-row bearings in, I think it was my Evo Typhoon, and then perhaps something else. Can't remember. Yeah, anyways, very, very cool. Definitely have a nice, like you have a sharpening choil, but it's not huge. Very short edge to me, which means it's going to be an aggressive edge for strength. Excuse me. It's a little late. I'm trying to finish up my reviews before the week starts, but I think there's definitely that. Definitely some benefits there you could consider out of that. All right, so trying to figure out that action. It is not bad. That's kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, everything's rounded. It's really very, I don't know. It's kind of weird feeling on this Micarta. I don't think I've ever felt Micarta like this before. I don't, if you know what I'm talking about and you're familiar with this is just crazy. It is just a unique Micarta. I think had I experienced Micarta like this before, I might have been more of a Micarta fan. I'm not hating this. I don't know what you call it. Is it burlap? It looks almost like burlap. I don't know, but it's so soft and comfortable. And now there's not a whole lot of traction there, so obviously if this gets wet, it's going to be an issue. That's my biggest thing about that, because I sweat, usually work in a hot place or wet place. So titanium or G10 or carbon fiber, I think those would be better options for that. But there you go. All right, so that's an interesting knife. The fuller thumb hole is functional. Okay, let's see, where's the detent? Detent ball. All right, so you clear it about right there. Oops, see, and you can't go back. All right, so it looks like you're really clear about right there. Yeah, there you go. So that's where it is. All right, so let's see. Any blade rock? No, it's in there solid. Any pivot lash? No. Let's hear that detent. Do it again. All right, any detent lash? No, still dead center. Very cool. All right, so unique blade shape, unique handle. It's not terrible. Got some jimping. The jimping really here, that's kind of pointless. I think that's the same jimp. Yeah, this is for the top flipper. But here you can't really get access to it. It's not elevated. It's not. It's too recessed so that it's not giving any sort of really grip. Out here, that jimping kind of works, and then out here, that jimping kind of works. Again, for your pinch grip, as Tri-State EDC would say, pinch grip all day long. That's his thing, right? If you haven't checked out Tri-State EDC, go check him out. Definitely a great channel. Very, very cool. I like that. That's really nice. That's really cool. Yeah, look at that. And so Egress, I guess, is the designer. And then, what does that say? Something designs? I don't know. I think it was on the, what's it on the box here? Nitch Designs. Okay, so it's Nitch Designs. Egress is the name of the blade. All right, so, you know, wish there wasn't as much millboarding, but it's not bad. I've seen far worse. Yeah, you definitely got to clear that. You definitely got to get past that detent to have it really have a chance to be able to drop. So not bad, not bad. It's a very interesting knife, very interesting knife. All right, so this is just an unboxing, first impressions to kind of get my feel for it. If you have any questions about the knife, any questions for the channel, let me know. Any things you'd like to see me cover in future reviews or discussions, I'd also love to hear from you. If you have any questions for the channel, like me specifically for like future Rob's ramblings and things like that, I'd love to hear from you, especially in the comments. I do try to interact with everybody and respond. If you have any other questions about future videos or things like you want to maybe loan me a knife or something, let me know. I would love to hear from you from that as well. So if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, entertaining, or informative, would you please consider hitting that like button down below? And if you've already hit the like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing and liking the videos really helps out. It helps the channel grow, produce more content, do more things. And very much want to thank all my subscribers. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you supporting the channel and watching the videos. That is huge. And if you haven't already, maybe consider hitting the notification button so you can be notified of future content. That would be great too. And if you didn't know, there's channel members, and I have a channel membership link down in the description. I really appreciate all my channel members out there. Thank you so much. Consider maybe you want to consider becoming a channel member as well. That would be an awesome way to help support the channel. Thank you to you guys. All right, if you haven't already, maybe consider hitting the notification button as well. Boy, there's a lot of things I haven't done already. Boy, I'm just nonstop here. Consider hitting the notification button so you can be notified of future contents. And finally, maybe go check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day, great week. Bye.